What a good way to end San Diego Comic-Con. The online stuff really came through. Alrighty guys, how you doing? We finally can show off what we got for San Diego Comic-Con Funko Pop hunting online. This is all the online stuff. So stuff sort of trickled in, some very exciting stuff we were able to get. And let's just jump right into it. I think the first one I want to go over is the Thor. This one seems to be difficult. This was an Amazon exclusive Thor, and it glows in the dark, and it looks really cool, and I love everything about it. But this one came out early, as you know, if you guys are following. It came out really, really early, sold out, and then sprinkled in during Comic-Con, and then came back real quick and went away. It was just a very hard pop to get for some reason this year. This one actually did end up being one of my favorite ones I got this year. Me too. Mainly because I love how they have like the eyeball going in, like when he lost his eye, obviously.
It's so creepy.
Have they ever done that before? I can never think of them actually pushing the pop eye inside or scraping it out. That is such a cool, and when I posted a picture on it, everybody was like, is there something wrong with your pop? The eyeball's pushed in. It's like, no, that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's supposed to be that way.
But the glow in the dark on it is fantastic. I love this pop. This is a very, very cool Thor Ragnarok pop. And I think this might have been our only Thor Ragnarok pop.
I think you're right.
I can't think of any other one we got. So this one is one to have, I think. I really, really like that. Again, that was an Amazon exclusive, so very, very excited about that one.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and jump into this box because this is one that I really wanted, and luckily some amazing person sent it to us. Let's go ahead and pull it out of the box.
Yeah, and we haven't read the letter yet either.
We haven't read the letter yet, so let's go ahead and do that. It says, hey Mark and Ashley, first off, I wanted to say thank you for posting all of the SDCC updates on your page. I love your channel so much. I just watched your SDCC haul video and saw you didn't get this one. I figured I would send it to you guys. Can't wait to watch your future videos. Hope you enjoy, Sarah W. First off, I know what this is because I peeked in the box before.
We have to sometimes.
That's right. Thank you so much because this is one I desperately wanted.
Yes.
And that, well, let me get it open first.
Do we need the scissors?
And that, my friends, is Pepe Le Pew. This is one I desperately wanted. And when we got to the store, he was gone. Yeah. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to pick it up. But Sarah came through, so thank you, Sarah. You are amazing. I love this so much. I love how Pepe Le Pew has the rose in his mouth. It was one of my favorite characters growing up. Cool. It's just such a great design, and I honestly love this lineup, and I'm so happy to have him.
Looney Tunes, again, we say it all the time. For some reason, Looney Tunes transitions into pop designs amazingly.
And it's just like a nice flashback to my childhood. I really love this.
And Barnes is hard to get. They're exclusive. You gotta be there like right away or you're not gonna get it. And they restock once and it sells out quick and you never get it again.
And the thing for us is, it's like, what do we do? Where do we go first? And Barnes is always like that second store we have to go to. It's never like the first one. And it always never fails. We always miss something.
The design on this is really great. I love the tail. Look how big that is.
Yes, I know. I love it.
The really cool black and white with that red, that sharp red. Such a cool pop. This one, I had a feeling it was going to be hard to get when it came out. I was like, that one's going to be very difficult to get.
I'm surprised they didn't do this as a 2-pack.
Thank you, Sarah, so much.
Thank you, Sarah.
They should have made a 2-pack. That would have been great. They should have.
Should have.
But very cool. Thank you again, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah.
We appreciate you so much to even do this. Now up next, here's the one I was waiting for. I was just so excited when Fugitive Toys finally said, hey, we're gonna get a Kyle Rayner White Lantern. Finally! Last time they didn't do a White Lantern. We're like, oh no, have you stopped the White Lantern lineup? We don't have a White Lantern yet. And finally they revealed that they do. They were releasing a regular White Lantern Kyle Rayner and a glow in the dark, and of course I had to have the glow in the dark. We tried to collect all the glow in the darks, but some of them we weren't able to get. But this one turned out great. I know it's plain, and I know a lot of people look at it like, well, they make such better, I mean, all their stuff is so much better now with sculpts and everything. But this is actually why I liked Pops to begin with, where they used a very boring body.
It's very static, it's just meh.
And they're able to make this different Pops all using that same base. To me, that seemed cool because it was very creative to be able to have to take the same shape and everything and then create all this different characters.
You had to be creative with it.
Yeah, that's what I always liked about it. So yes, you can look at this and think, well, kind of boring in a way. There's not a whole lot going on there, but to me, this is everything I liked about Pop collecting and Pops.
It's a flashback to the OGs.
A lot of times, these new Batmans that are coming out are using the new Batman body, and I really wish they would. I wish they would always stick to the old Batman style. I just like it better. Now, Toy Tokyo. Okay, we got into Toy Tokyo. We knew it was going to happen. We knew it was going to be very difficult to get anything Toy Tokyo. It's Toy Tokyo. It's crazy. It was very dramatic this year.
Right.
So everybody was like, when's it going to drop? When's it going to drop? And they gave kind of hints. Oh, you know, fill out this email. You might get an email. And then all of a sudden, they just dropped it at 3 in the morning on a random day. And
he came in the bedroom and was like, Ashley, wake up. I'm like, what? Who died? What's wrong?
Yeah, and I was just lucky enough because it sold out quick. By the time I was able to post online that these things were live, I was lucky enough to be able to get a bundle. And I'm talking that it could have been, it had to have been less than 5 minutes. You had to do this when it immediately dropped. Nobody was expecting it. I was very happy to get the bundle, mainly because I wanted this one so bad.
Yes.
The Green Hornet 2-pack, Green Hornet and Kato. I wanted this one. I can't even tell you how much I wanted this one. I was prepared to pay what I had to pay for it. Later on down the line. I never buy it right after the con.
Right.
Because prices are always way higher than they should be, typically. I was lucky enough to get it for the regular price. Thank
we didn't have to
God.
pay flipper prices.
Yes, and I am in love with this 2-pack. This is everything I had ever hoped for if we would ever get a Green Hornet 2-pack. The Kato looks amazing.
Kato's my favorite. Green
Hornet looks amazing. It looks fantastic next to my... I know you guys probably can't see it, but I have the dart gun as a prop. Man, I love it. Now, I will say one thing that really bothered me.
It didn't bother him. It really ticked him off.
When they took it out of the box, you guys, I'll show you a picture. They sliced the top of it with their box cutter. I cannot, look guys, whoever works at the factories and things like that, you're dealing with a collectible, and especially during Comic-Con, you should know that, you know what I mean? So to go through and just start hacking away with a blade, it's a terrible idea. You should know better.
9 times out of 10, these boxes say do not use a box cutter on them.
Yeah.
And then some a-hole out there was just like, whoop, and you're just like, thanks,
I don't know if they don't have it on the boxes, but they should definitely have it on the boxes.
Yeah.
So, but it doesn't really matter to me because I'm obviously not a reseller. I could care less in that aspect of it. It's just going to sit on my shelf. But I would have preferred not to have a slice to the top of my box. But very happy to have that.
Now, part of the bundle was you got all of the pops that were exclusive to them, and we got Tarna. Now, I know a lot of people really wanted this one, and we were lucky enough to get it, of course, with the bundle. I think that the design on this is pretty fantastic. It's a little R-rated, I would think.
Well, the movie is, too.
Well, of course. But I've never in my life seen a pop this adult, which kind of, throws me off a little bit. But I really like it. I like the design. I like the makeup on her eyes. And then, of course, she's got this giant sword, which sometimes the swords, I feel like, in old pops, they didn't quite come through. This one,
because they were weak and they were bent in the heat.
Exactly, and this one hasn't. It looks great, so I really like the design of it. It's different.
Yeah, I kind of fell in love with this pop, to be quite honest with you. When I saw it, I was like, okay, that's a really cool pop. I love how her shoulders are sort of tilted.
Yeah, the pose.
I think that's really great. The pose is fantastic. Look at that. She's riding, I don't know what that is, to be quite honest with you, but she's riding something on the back of it. I will watch this movie eventually. I will put it on my list to watch it. I haven't seen it yet.
I'll put it on my maybe list after he watches it.
Yes, but super, super cool. Now, one that I did want, I don't collect Masters of the Universe pops, but I have seen Masters of the Universe, obviously. Wasn't in our age bracket. It was already kind of done with by the time we were born, or at least of age to watch cartoons. But I have seen reruns, obviously, and one of the characters I actually liked was Ram Man. Mainly because he's goofy. He was always goofy. And as a kid, I always laughed at him. I was like, oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
And so to have this out of all the Masters of the Universe ones, I was really excited to have it. And I think that it transitioned to a pop really, really well. I love the design of it. I love the look of it. I love how just like wide and just giant he is. And how heavy he is too. So I'm a big, big fan of this pop. And I'm very, very happy to have it. We went ahead and bought pop protectors before con pops came in because we knew some of them were going to be rare. So
we always do that.
Yeah, we do it all the time if we know something actually is going to be rare. Some of the con stuff is never going to be rare, but stuff like this is. So we went ahead and transitioned it right into the premium stacks, and that's where it will stay because I'm a big fan of that. I love to have weird stuff in my collection. Yeah. Even though I'm maybe not necessarily a giant, collector of that genre, I still love to have the weird stuff or the random stuff. Right. Not to mention, it just looks really cool, so
it does.
I want to have it. Now, speaking of that, this one, I guess people like sold their dog, whatever, they did whatever they could do to get it.
People are going nuts for this one.
Yes, anything Dragon Ball Z people want. I don't know why that is because there's a lot of stuff to collect for Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, there really is.
Statues, figures, everything. There's a ton of it. But for some reason, collecting pops and that fandom, they're crazy. They buy things for so expensive.
Size and everything.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just something different for that fandom because holy crap, the amount of money they spend on some of the rare stuff is unreal. But this gold chrome Vegeta looks sick.
It's amazing. The chrome ones are always one of my favorites. Of course, I love Flocked. It's my absolute favorite. But the chrome is my second favorite. And I just think that this is amazing.
I love it. I think this is a great looking pop. Whether you're a Dragon Ball fan or not, this is going to look really, really cool in your collection.
Of course.
I know I'm a big fan of it. I'm going to keep on to it. I know a lot of people have asked me if I want to trade it or sell it. For now, I'm gonna keep it because I know there are some Chrome Batmans coming out for Comic-Con, so I don't know if I'm gonna need to use some of these for trade or whatever that is.
That's a good point.
They got that red Chrome Batman probably coming out for New York Comic-Con, so I got to keep that in my mind for the future.
So we can be like, hey.
Yeah, that was a Toy Tokyo. We were so lucky to get these. I can't even believe I was celebrating basically when it came out.
Oh, definitely. He was like victory dancing through the house, and I'm like, don't wake the baby.
Now, I do also want to give props to Toy Tokyo for trying to help out with the bots, because the shoe people have now came into the community, and they're like, resellers, and blah, 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 and crap like that. And, you know, understand they're going to be hated, you know, all the way through, because, you know, this is different. This isn't shoes. These are toys. These are collectibles. These have feelings. These have connections to people.
Exactly.
So, you know, it's a little different when you're starting to do that. I don't personally care if you're a reseller and you buy one and you resell it. It doesn't make me any difference, because you're allowed to buy one or whatever you want, you know, and if you decide to sell it, that's on you. It doesn't make me any difference. That happens. If you're a collector of anything, it's been that way since time.
Yes.
So, it doesn't matter to me.
Well, that's, you know, capitalism.
Just part of it.
That's how it works.
It's just part of it. It is what it is. But when you use bots and you buy like 40 or 50 at a time, no, I'm not dealing with it.
That's not cool.
It's not cool. It's ridiculous. And Toy Tokyo did try to fix that by knowing... And Toy Tokyo deals with some rare stuff. So they have lists of people that are, you know, basically bot people and things like that. So they actually did cancel. I did see bot people's stuff being canceled. So I can appreciate that. Now, granted, some of them have programs that are going to bypass that. And there's not a lot you can do
about that,
unfortunately. But there are good ways to do it. And one thing they did was a password. Now, some bot programs can get past the password. But I think it is a good idea. It's a good step, because it does help. Some bit.
Yes,
I mean, it does. It just does.
It deters some of it.
So I can appreciate Toy Tokyo doing that. They tried to look after their fans, and that's more to be said about some companies.
Yeah.
Funko in general doesn't. Now this week we did see them do some fun stuff on the Funko Shop where it screwed me actually, and I was you know, I don't get mad as much as some people. Like I wanted the flocked Bigfoot, the white one with the snow cone. I wanted that real bad, and I was there right away. But they did some funky stuff that week before. They put the Jeffrey as Iron Man URL under Nux, which was hilarious because they went and bought a bunch of Nux that's been a common for years because they were, you know, tracing the URLs or whatever. That was pretty funny. That was good. Funny. I could appreciate that.
It's a good one.
But then when they dropped all of the Canadian stuff, the banner didn't work. So I was clicking on, you know, go to the products or whatever, and nothing happened. It kept refreshing, where I had to hit products. So I got screwed out of the pop I wanted. Probably I might have been able to get it. But, you know, that's part of the game. It is what it is. I'm not going to let a toy, you know, make me crazy like some people. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it. Something else will come on the next day, year, month, whatever. Yeah, you'll forget about it. They come out with so many things. You know, move on to the next. But again, if you're a toy company and you can do as much as you can to help prevent it, it's appreciated in the community. And then finally, we got a nice little box from the guy known as the Hebrew Hammer. He's a professional boxer named Cletus. You've probably seen his YouTube channel. If you haven't yet, we'll link him down below. He goes on hunts. His hunts are pretty interesting because he's a crazy guy, man.
Yes.
You just had to see his videos just to know his personality. He's always joyous and bubbly and crazy and you know,
so much entertainment.
Yeah, it's an entertaining channel. I definitely think you guys should check him out. He's got a giant Funko collection.
Yes.
So forget about the boxing, forget about any of that. The guy is a legit collector.
He's a legit fan.
He's a legit fan. He's been around. He buys a bunch. I think he has like almost 2,500 pops now.
Wow.
Yeah, we have 1,500, and we've been doing this for a while too. So I can appreciate that. So he sent us something, and if you guys watched the live stream, you saw that Funko brought him up on Fun Days, the Fun Days live stream, and they gave him his own shirt.
He's a boxing champion. You know him as Cletus Selden. We haven't had time to make a pop figure yet of Mr. Selden. Made a nice pop shirt for him tonight. This is for you to give out to one of your lucky fans.
He showed on Instagram when they all came in from Funko, and he said, "Hey, I'm gonna send you one." I was like, "Are you serious?" You had to do that, and he sent it to a lot of other people in the community too, in the Funko community,
which is amazing.
So that's amazing. It's amazing that you do that. The Funko Pop collecting community is so close. There's such a close knit community. It's just a big friendship, family. It's just weird. It's something.
One of the things that brought me into Funko that made me stay with Funko.
Yeah.
Because I really enjoyed the pops, I enjoyed the designs, but the community was just so fantastic and so welcoming. That's why I was like, man, I really enjoy this. It's not like, you know, with video games and stuff where things can be very competitive.
Even I mean, even the YouTube community around it are mainly mostly great people, nice, supportive, helpful. Yeah, the video game community, you look at their stuff, you're like, oh my god, I'm glad I'm not part of that.
Well, it's nice because like it's not just the Funko community, it's like it expands into the toy community. Everyone is so helpful, like, hey, I got this, I saw you needed it, let me help you out. And it's great that way. It
is great that way. So, you know, there's a saying goes where I got into the community because of the pops. I stayed because of the community or whatever, you know, and that was terrible. I didn't do that right, but
something along those lines.
Something along those lines.
It wasn't as poetic as it should have been, but it's
I'm not a poetic person, so. Okay, so we have a letter here from Cletus, and it says, Nerd Therapy to Mark and Ashley. Cletus Selden, the Pro Boxer Funko Pop Collector YouTuber here. As I mentioned to Mark, I wanted to send you guys one of the 30 limited Hebrew Hammer shirts that Funko made at Fun Days. Keep up the amazing work, because you guys rock. I also added an SDCC DC Pop for you guys that I didn't see you added to your collection. Then it says, P.S. My girlfriend always says, how does Ashley always know what to say?
Well, it takes a lot of practice because there are days where I'm just like, oh, and I'm sure that comes through me because I'm awfully shy in person. Like I try not to be, and I'm much better at it now than I used to be. But
I don't shut up.
Yeah,
that's my problem.
He's usually the talker of the relationship. That's why we have this great pairing.
It's funny too because I always see in the comments, why do you guys always talk over each other or whatever? It's like, you just gotta understand this.
Yeah, you gotta, that's our relationship.
It's not like trying to like dominate the conversation. Right. That's just the way we talk together.
We are always like that, even like around our friends, our family, and people are just like, y'all finish each other's sentences. I'm like, that's why we work well together.
Yes, we work well together because we know what we're talking about. We just kind of know what we're gonna say, and we talk over each other, and we hear each other at the same time when we're talking over each other. I'm sorry. What do you want from us?
It's just us. I'm sorry.
So he sent us a pop, and I think I know what it is because he emailed me, and I was like, don't send me that. You do not have to send me that. But first off, let's show off the shirt because I was very excited for this.
So cool.
This is cool because again, rarity is cool. Yes. But this is not only like rare in a way, it's also a cool connection to the community, which is what I like.
Yes.
So here we go, the Cletus Selden Hebrew Hammer Funko t-shirt. How cool is that?
That is so freaking cool. I love this.
It's a really cool shirt. I dig that a lot. And on the back of it, I like how it says Funko with the boxing gloves.
Yes.
How cool is that?
Oh my gosh, I love that.
That's super sick.
That's pretty amazing.
Now, if you watch him box, he wears a Chase patch on his shorts, which is cool.
Right.
And he was asking the other day on YouTube, what should he put on his shorts now? I mean, he wants to put another patch on it.
Right.
Definitely this.
Totally.
You gotta redo this and make it a patch where it says PAL. Just make that the patch and put it on the shorts. That'd be sick.
I don't think that would be hard to do either.
No. You could just trace it or do it in Photoshop or whatever. And I'm sure they have the art.
Oh, I'm sure.
At Funko that you could ask them for. But that'd be really, really cool.
I love it.
Very cool. Alrighty, so let's grab out of the box what else he sent. Again, I think I know what it is. Yep. I don't know why he did this, honestly.
What? Oh my gosh.
So remember when we were talking, like, I don't know, 10 minutes ago, we were like, the community is always so nice and they're always so helpful.
Yes.
With Sarah sending us the Pepe Le Pew. And Sarah wasn't the only one. We had tons of people offer to send us things.
We even had people at the con saying, hey, I saw you guys didn't get that. And we were like, actually.
Yeah, we did. You wouldn't even believe the amount of emails we get. We're like, hey, let me send you this. Let me send you that. We had people helping us with Green Hornet and everything like that. And I'm just like, guys, you guys are too nice, honestly, but I don't know what to do with all this. Okay, like I don't know how to tell you. I don't know how to make it seem like, you know, we're not trying to be that way because we're not. What we can get, we're happy with, and we always will be happy with it.
Well, it's that saying that, you know, my mom and I'm sure all of your teachers have said, you get what you get and you don't throw a fit.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much the mentality we have. Like, if we don't get it, it's fine.
So, Cletus sent us the 3-pack of the Chrome Flash Pops.
Which is so freaking cool!
Okay, so here's the deal. When I saw it come out, I was like, I don't know why they're doing that. But then I saw the picture, I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. Then I said in the video, I gotta have it. You
Yeah.
know, I'm gonna probably get that because
Right.
it's too cool. And that's what happened.
Yes.
And then I wasn't able to get it because it was hard to get. It was on the Funko Shop.
Right.
You can't get things on the Funko Shop hardly. And Cletus actually went to San Diego Comic-Con. You can watch his videos. They're all very entertaining. He
Yes,
went
they
around
are.
all the different booths. You got to see some really rare pops at the con. I think he went almost every day. He might have gone every day, which is
so.
that's something to be said because that'll wear you out. Yeah, that's something to be said there. And I think he actually bought every single pop you would get from Comic-Con
Yeah, I
this
think
year.
so.
That was, and Fun Days too, because
Yes.
he was at Fun Days. So
I know.
that's pretty
It's got
legit.
some good content.
Yeah.
Go check it out.
And he apparently got an extra one of these. So Cletus, thank you so much. You did not have to do
Thank
this.
you.
But being the huge DC fans that we are so appreciative
We
that
are.
you would do that. That's definitely gonna look great in our collection. So thank you so much. Alrighty, so you know, for starters, I want to say a few things about San Diego Comic-Con as this
Yeah.
sort of wraps it up for us.
For this
Until New York Comic Con. I kind of want to make it known, I think that this year, the pops that came out weren't as strong as the prior year, I would say.
I would
for
agree.
Us. That's
For
a
us.
personal thing.
Yeah.
That I can't say that for everybody because
But I
everybody
think
has
people
different
could say
likings.
that for last year for them with Marvel because Marvel wasn't as strong as
Yeah,
it was
and
this
it was
year.
strong this year. It
Yes,
was real
and
strong
like
this
for
year.
us, DC wasn't as strong this year as it was in years prior.
And Harry Potter wasn't as strong.
Right, exactly.
Even though you got a Moaning Myrtle,
Right.
the Nearly Headless Nick, I mean, that was a redo,
Right,
basically,
redo.
of the other ones. So for us personally, it wasn't as strong. However, I will say the things that I wanted and got, and the things that you wanted were very, like, they were solid for our
Right,
collection.
very
Whether it be like Green Hornet or, you know,
Pepe.
yeah, Pepe, Kyle Rayner, getting this 3-pack from Cletus. I mean, these are very strong things in our collection.
Yes.
So I can sit back and think, yeah, okay,
Right.
that was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
So overall, this ended up being a very good pop hunting year for us. Surprisingly, because when it
And
started
it was
off,
so much fun because we got to bring Alex with us too, and he was fantastic the whole
yeah,
time.
he was so
It was
good.
Great.
So moving into New York Comic Con, that's at the beginning of October. So you know, we turn around and boom, we're ready for the
Yep.
next con. That's just how it is. And so far, the things that I've seen leaked, it seems like it's going to be a strong showing.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I just hope to see some Power Ranger exclusives.
Yeah, I
was
think
the
that
one
would
thing I
be
wish
pretty
we would've saw.
awesome. I'm hoping we see a few more Harry Potter things,
Harry
just
Potter,
because it wasn't
DC.
as strong this
I bet we
time,
see
but
some
yeah.
Fantastic Beasts stuff.
Oh, I'm sure because the movie comes out in November.
Yeah. So, yeah, again, what did you think about Comic-Con this year, guys? I know most of you I could see in the comments have said that there wasn't a lot for you this year. You maybe bought one to 5 items this year, where maybe the last year you bought, 5 to 10 or something
Right.
like that. And again, this year we always end up with a ton,
We do.
regardless of what year it is. We find a reason to want them and end up being happy that we got them later on. So let us know in the comments, what did you think about Comic-Con this year? What was your favorite thing, your favorite item that you were able to obtain? Maybe it was a rare, maybe it was easy to get, but
Right.
it's still your favorite. Let us know down below. Thank you, community, for helping us out again. You guys are just ridiculously awesome. That's one reason we love being in the Funko Pop community, is because it's
Right.
the best. There is no better toy collecting community
agree.
anywhere than the pop community. It's great. We all enjoy things together, and we're happy to see other people get the things.
I
that they
love to
want.
watch it grow too because all of these new people coming in and just like rejuvenating the love
Yeah.
for it is
Yeah.
fantastic.
Always a great thing.
Yeah.
So again, guys, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Now